welcome to Trade and Meditate with Sarah. My name is Sarah, and thank you for joining me in this weekly recap of my trading journey in my demo account. So this week, I believe it's weeks 7 and 8 of my trading journey, and we're wrapping up 2 months worth of trading activity. In the last video I shared with you, I was probably around $380 of my $1,000 original capital. So within the past 2 months, I was able to take it up to 2,000. And then from a few bad baskets of trades, my account went down to as low as 380. And I ended the last video with my account at around 380, definitely under 400. So I'm happy to share with you in the past 2 weeks that I have pretty much cleaned up my trading approach and applied a few different rules and take a new, or maybe not new, but revised approach in my trading. I have been able to raise my capital up to 560. So I'm halfway to my original starting point, my break-even capital of $1,000. I'm going to continue this trading journey for another month. So I want to do 3 months worth of my demo account experience before I go live. And if I do feel comfortable going live, then that will be when I take that jump. So I have another month of seeing if I can take my account from where it's at right now, which is still under the starting capital, to profitability. But let's go ahead and dive into the trades that I took the last 2 weeks. And there are some winners, and there was maybe 1 or 2 break evens and 1 loser. But we'll go into all of that, and we'll diagnose exactly what went right and what could have been managed better. So let's go ahead and jump in. So I've highlighted some of the trades I want to review. There was one bad trade that I took, but I closed it. I don't want to call it bad. It's a loss, but I was really good in my approach of managing the loss and just cutting it. So in the last few trades that I took a few weeks back, I was not able to cut my losses. I was emotionally involved or emotionally affected and scaled into these trades. And then I basically increased my my amount of capital that I lost in the trade. So I would consider this loss at $85 not a bad trade. Actually, it was a really good risk management, and I'll explain to you why. But before we go into the loss, let's go ahead and look at the wins. So let me open up, first of all, AUD, NZD. All right, so what did I see here, and what has been my approach in the past 2 weeks? It has literally been the way Nick from Mission FX has shown to us over and over and over again, just support and resistance. And that's all I've been doing. I start at the daily zone, and then I drill into the 4-hour. I used to also go into the hour and maybe sometimes even 30-minute, 15-minute timeframes, but I've stopped doing that. And I'm just kind of, looking at it from a higher level of time frame. So daily to 4-hour, maybe at the 1 hour if I want to look at what specific entry I want to take. So here I am at the 4-hour time frame, and from an overall trend of price action, this is bearish. And so prices making lower lows and lower highs. And right here, I see that it's reaching a key resistance area right here with another resistance area up here. And as I saw that this first candle, in the 4-hour time frame was bearish and it was already hitting this resistance, my analysis was that price was going to reject the resistance and come back down. So I grabbed a sell order right here at about 1.07, and this is where price eventually went. Okay, so this was a beautiful trade because obviously price did go up a little bit in the red zone right here, which is where I had, factored in my stop loss. Oh, and I also want to mention too that an approach that I've been taking for the past 2 weeks is having a fixed stop loss and fixed take profit zone, which you can see in this position tool indicated in the red and the green boxes. So in this case, price was showing very bearish signs, and I'm still in the 4-hour time frame. So I did wait a couple of days, and this was a swing trade, but eventually price was at 1.06 from where it was at 1.07. I think this was almost a one-to-one risk to reward, maybe a little bit more than that. However, I felt that this was a good place for me to exit. So I took my exit, and what did I get? I gained about 35 here. So almost a one-to-one ratio. I remember that these trades were placed at 10% account size. And at the time, my account was around 380, 390. So it was almost a one-to-one ratio. So the next trade is the Euro USD. Let's take a look at that. This I was especially proud of because it was close to $76. This was more than a one-to-one risk to reward. So let's take a look at the chart. All right, so here's where I entered. I saw price was bouncing at this support and then rejecting at this resistance. Now, if price were to retest this resistance area, then we would allow price to retest this resistance zone and then reject it and come back down. So I took another sell order. And because my stop loss area was really tight, this was a phenomenal trade. And I know price could have continued to go down, but I exited here because I was already seeing really good, healthy profit, for the trade at around $70, $76. And that was good enough for me. So I stuck with this analysis and I exited right there. So I think price continued to go down, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see where it's at right now. All right, so this is a live price action right now. So as you can see, I exited here around 107.852. It went down a little bit more. I could have, gained more profit, but I'm happy with what I got. So that doesn't really bother me. But then as you can see, price did start to correct and come back up. So if I had stayed in the trade up until, present day, I don't think it would have been an issue, for in terms of gains, but I'm glad that I made that call and exited when I felt comfortable exiting. All right, another great win was the Euro NZD trade. So let's take a look at that real quick. So as you can see, what I've been showing you guys is that I'm just marking support and resistance. And if price hits resistance, I get a sell. If price hits support, I get a buy. This very simplified approach of support and resistance, sometimes it'll go wrong and sometimes it'll go right. It's really how you manage the trades that you take. And within that psychology, are you feeling comfortable with the risk that you take? You have to be comfortable with the risks, right? You can lose or you can win, but every time you lose or every time you win, how does that affect you? That really does determine at the end of the day how successful you can be as a trader. So, all right, going back to my trade here, I saw that price was bouncing here at this resistance, and I had another support level right here. So for the Euro NZD, I took a sell order. I took a trade. And this white arrow is just showing to you what I think or what I'm predicting price action will do. All right. So here you can see that price really did dip down to halfway through to the bottom support area. And I eventually exited right here at close to 1.73409 because I was comfortable with my wins. I didn't see that price was going to come down anytime sooner. Price was consolidating right here in this middle zone. So I took an exit right there for about 43.86. I want to go over a trade that actually wiped out $85 of my profit, and this was with AU CAD. So let's take a look at what I saw here. All right. So in this price action analysis, it looks like price was going to basically, it broke this support and then it retested it. And so my analysis was that it was going to reject this resistance zone and continue to go down because price was in a downward trend. So I took a sell order right here at close to 0.89350. So I took it at night and I went to bed. I got a trigger, an alert, close to about 3:50 in the morning, and I didn't wake up in time. So when I woke up and I saw that price was already out of my stop loss area, I took a loss. So this is an important part of my lessons learned and my takeaway. And I really want to drill this in. So from price action, the old Sarah would have added an additional sell order so that when price does correct itself, I could potentially break even a lot sooner and get my account back to even profitability. The new Sarah did not do that. The new Sarah exited the trade and just kept it moving. It was really, really painful to close a trade at $85 in loss because I could reason, with myself that the trade would have gone back to my original analysis and I could have saved myself from losing $85 or whatever, the amount was in this case. But because I have implemented some new strategies and new rules, I figured, okay, if I say that I'm going to exit when stop loss is reached, then I exit. Obviously, it, was past my stop loss, but that was because it was in the middle of the night and I didn't wake up in time to close it. So what did that leave me? It left me at a loss of 85. And had I not incurred that loss, my account probably would have been closer to 600 something. And yeah, I would have had more, but I'm okay with this. I'm okay that I took a loss. And the reason why I would call this trade as a successful trade was because I followed my risk management. And even though I see this as $85 in loss, I also see that I was able to control my psychology and get out when I felt that it was time to get out and not continue to bet on price action moving in my favor. So that's my analysis for the past 2 weeks. I hope you guys continue to trade and take whatever it is that I'm sharing with you and applying it to your own strategy, your own analysis. Only trade what you feel you can risk, and really learn how to control your emotions and your psychology, because whether you win or whether you don't win, are you having a good time? Are you enjoying your trading experience? Are you feeling good about yourself? Because if you're not feeling good about yourself, if you're not enjoying your own trading experience, I'm not saying that, it has to be a win for you to enjoy. You can also lose, but enjoy the experience because it taught you something very valuable. And that's what I'm talking about, is you have to enjoy the journey and the experience in trading. Define your own success. It doesn't always have to be being a perfect trader, but it's about having a good time trading. So why don't we now jump into a quick meditation, as we always do in these videos. And the focus of this meditation will be about the definition of success. Let's go ahead and begin as you close your eyes. Start to relax your entire body from head down to your toes. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. This is a moment for you to silence the entire world around you, the exterior world, and focus only in your inner world. And in this inner world, you can imagine anything you want. How do you envision success in your life? What quantifies success for you? Is it money? Is it prestige? Or relationships? Whatever these exterior factors are that you measure success with, if you dive into why you quantify these as success metrics, it comes down to a feeling that you get from it, a feeling of validation, love, and worth. And I want you to imagine a terrific, fabulous week of trades. How would you feel at the end of that week when all your trades have gained in profit, or whatever you imagine a successful week of trading is? How would you feel? I want you to imagine that feeling right now, because you literally can envision it and feel it without it even happening yet. And this is the vibration or emotion you want to carry with you, irregardless of what's going on around you and outside of you. And taking that winning mindset, taking that winning emotion and vibrational energy, remember that the things that you feel on the inside in this inner world affects everything that you experience in your outer world. Begin now to take deeper breaths in and out. Inhaling for 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And as we close up this meditation, I want you to repeat 3 affirmations with me. My focus is sharp. My vision is clear. And my creations are powerful. And as you begin to sense the world around you and this practice, remember that you can take this energy with you for the rest of the day and the weeks ahead. Your success is ultimately defined by how you feel. Slowly, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me in that guided meditation. You are beyond successful. I don't care where you're at in your journey. Just remember that every day that you are doing something to bring you closer to your passion, to your dreams, you are the definition of success. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.